Good day, everyone, and welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh, where we're dipping some Grizzly long cut premium straight, just 'cause I have it. But it's been a day, man. We cheers, everybody. Oh fuck. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody, indeed. But yeah, it's been a day. Um, we had as my followers know, I recently had a band called I Am Made of Fire that we were progressing quite nicely, and then we had a bunch of bullshit happen with our singer and guitar player, and now the band's broke up, and we hadn't had any explanation from our guy, Tyler. And so today, I guess I don't know what broke the silence, but today Tyler agreed to meet Glenn and I at a coffee shop to discuss what transpired. And, you know, it was a drag because he basically ghosted us and missed a gig, right? For like 3 weeks. He ghosted us. And he didn't really have any explanation. He kind of put the blame on our drummer who wasn't there. And, kind of said, no, sorry, kind of like, even like kind of half like, sorry, And we were trying to talk about really deep issues of respect with your friends and your bandmates and stuff, right? Just didn't get it at all. So, kind of a drag of a day in that way. I also had something else really good happen today, but I'll tell you about that later. I've been reading the comments. It's hard, it's funny. I'm getting so many comments. It's almost hard to keep up with them. Whereas I used to get a comment here and there from like Bone Daddy or something, or Real Talk Studios, and not that I still don't. They still write me a lot. Well, I'm glad for that. But yeah, I've been trying to keep up with the comments, and a while ago, a fellow named Razorblades in Australia, he saw one of my tremolo harp, echo harp videos, and he was interested, and he asked me to show some more, because I said I got a lot of these things, and anyway, I promised him a video, and I like to come through with my promises on videos. Now, what had happened is I did make that video. I remember I did. I still have the gear out here that I out in the kitchen that I used to make that video, like my box of tremolo harmonicas. So I will be remaking that video, but I did make it. But I I think when I was purging a bunch of stuff off my camera, I think I must have deleted it. I deleted it before I uploaded it. So sorry, man, but I'll get to it. And yeah, because tremolo harps are really cool. Very underrated instrument, and especially in the harmonica world, you know. What else is going on? lots of people have been. I've been getting new subscribers. I don't know. I don't know what's the catalyst for that, but I know I've been getting a lot of nice shout outs from my YouTube friends like Suit and Tie Dip and Chew Guy and Real Talk Studios and Berg's Dip Reviews. Oh, there was one I was thinking of. The Dime Bag Dipper. Yeah, there's so many people that have been giving me shout outs in their videos. Kawashai, you know, that maybe that's turned some people on to my videos. So anyway, thank you all for subscribing. I'm pleased and I hope you enjoy the channel. As I've often said, I really keep it random here. One thing that's almost always a likely aspect is I will include smokeless tobacco in some way, whether it be a review or just having a dip. Harmonicas are a big deal in my life, so I play a lot of harmonica bits. There's one attached to this video. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you dig the channel and can I talk a lot of bullshit like this. I just vlog a lot. So yeah, tell stories of my rock and roll past in Peterborough. Life as a small town Canadian musician. Small town Canadian musician. I'm going to tell you this story because, and I've told it before so many times. I think this is the third time I've told it on this channel, but I'm going to include a couple more details to it. I used to play harmonica in this big, huge 12 to 14 piece band called the Sober Hearts, and I played harmonica for the Sober Hearts, and we used to tour all over Canada and spread our music, and it was a great time, and it was a job, you know. I made money off it. It was good, a real good gig, and anyway, one night we're in Kingston, Kingston, yes, and we're playing this little place. I don't even remember the name of it. It was right on the waterfront though, and there was a Holiday Inn attached to it. And we so we're playing this bar. It was a great deal. This bar, like it was because they paid us well. We could they fed us well. We could have anything we wanted off the menu, and it was like a 5-star fucking gourmet restaurant. So we ate a lot of really good food there. Drinks. We got a lot of free drinks and a lot of half price drinks as well. Yeah, they treated us really well, and we got money like for the gig too. And so anyhow, this was kind of when we were pretty popular, and so we're playing this gig. We had a lot of people come out, and my father came out that night actually. He stayed for the first set, but he didn't stick around for the second set, which was what I wished he saw. Yeah, he. Anyhow, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm getting lost in my thoughts. We were playing this bar, and there was a guy there. This guy, a friend of ours from Kingston. This guy named Wally High, and he was one of the big biker gangs. I don't know which one, but like his arms were green, like tattooed solid green to cover up all his biker tattoos and stuff. And he'd quit the biker life. Well, not quit the biker life, but he was like now a born again Christian biker dude, and just the sweetest man in the world. And he loved us. He absolutely loved us, and yeah, he was very friendly with us. You know, now Wally, that was his name, Wally High, and he was a bodyguard to Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. He was a bodyguard to Macaulay Culkin, a bunch of other people. Like he was, that's what he was. He was a professional bodyguard, right? But for really like, you know, high echelon people in the entertainment world. You know, like the Stones, man. You know, he was a bodyguard for the Stones. Um, but he was also a bodyguard for Dan Aykroyd, the actor, musician, Blues Brothers, um, Ghostbusters. You know who Dan Aykroyd is. But anyhow, Wally said to us, he's like, "Oh my God, the Silver Hearts are playing here tonight. I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm gonna call my buddy Dan and get him to come down for the show." And so we're like, okay, and we're thinking, well, who's his buddy Dan? And we kind of put two and two together because Dan Aykroyd has he like spends time in Kingston. Like I think he spends his summers there or something. He's a Canadian dude, you know, and so yeah, he was in town, you know, and so Wally, we thought, oh fuck, he's gonna call Dan Aykroyd up to come to the show, and so we were pretty excited, and this was when I still drank, so I got really excited because he was Elwood Blues. And he really played harmonica well, so I was pretty excited about that, being the harmonica player in the band, and so we got through I think it was like the last song in the first set and a song in the second set. Like he played it, I think it was like he played two songs. He would like play two songs with us each set. I don't remember. I was completely drunk, and it was one time I really regret being as drunk as I was. Um, but it was still really cool. So anyway, we're playing, and it was between songs, and all of a sudden, I hear this, like I'm looking down in my harmonica case, and all of a sudden, I hear this big voice say, "Can I borrow one of your harmonicas, son? And do you know 6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home tonight?" And I looked up, and it was fucking Dan Aykroyd, wanting to play my harp, and so I was like, "Yeah." And so I called the tune to the band, and like we didn't know it, but we faked it. We all had heard it before, and so we played that. And anyhow, so while we were playing, Dan Aykroyd would play a solo. Like he would sing, and this guy could sing like a mother. He's huge. He's a giant man, and he would do the whole high step and Elwood Blues kind of shtick while he was playing. And the stage was just fucking thundering under his feet, and his voice was so loud, like he didn't even need monitors, and just amazing. So he'd sing a bit, play a little harmonica, pass the harmonica to me. I'd play a solo, pass it back to him. He'd play a solo, and so I got to swap solos on the harmonica with Dan Aykroyd with Elwood Blues, man, and that was a really fun night. Um, some other weird things that happened during that show. Uh, our dobro player. I guess he was probably still just our dobro player at the time. Mike, he got so excited at one point he threw his bell brass body national up in the air, and it was only like that far from that far from the ceiling, right? So he put a big hole in the ceiling, and then the fucking guitar smashed him on the head. It was like this. It's like 100-pound guitar, man. And yeah, so we had to come back from that one pretty quick. And now they had also put us up in the Holiday Inn, right next door to where we were playing. And we had rooms that were they had a big side window that was you could open up and go out on the grass right near the water. They were nice rooms. But at some point during one of our sets, I can't remember, our hotel room, or one of our hotel rooms got robbed. We had a bottle of Jameson's Irish whiskey, a bottle of, I think, some Fireball, some of that horrible shit, and a bunch of money was in there too, a bunch of cash money, just like from the gig or from merchandise sales or something like that. There was a bunch of money, and yeah, so somebody cracked into our side sliding door and got all our booze and all our money, which was a drag because as drunk as we were, we all wanted to drink after the show, after playing with Dan Aykroyd. But still, a fucking epic night for the Sober Hearts, and certainly an epic night for me, getting to trade solos with Dan Aykroyd. Now, the funny thing is we we only used two of my harmonicas. We used a key of A and a key of F. I think, I can't remember. Because the songs we played weren't, they were just in a couple keys, and he blew flat both of my harmonicas. He was playing so hard, and he blew a couple reeds flat in each of them, and I know it wasn't me because I wouldn't have done that, but he was ripping on it, and I didn't care. I had two harmonicas that Dan Aykroyd damaged, so, and I've given them both away. I gave one for a time back in around 2010. I was pretty good buddies with the DJ at the local oldies station at the time that doesn't exist anymore, the Cruise. This guy Mike, and he was a huge Dan Aykroyd fan. He used to have me in every Wednesday morning to promote my little restaurant and to talk about Silver Hearts. And when I told him we played with Dan Aykroyd, he lost it. He was just like, "Oh my God, I'm like the biggest fan in the world." So the next week when I went in, I brought him one of the harmonicas that he broke, and I said, "This is one of the harmonicas Dan Aykroyd played and broke," and I gave it to him for letting me come on his radio show all the time. So he was pretty chuffed with that, and I gave the other one to Charlie Petch, because Charlie Petch is monumental to me, and so I gave it to her. It was probably a decade ago now, but yeah, I gave her the one. I gave her one of them for, or gave them one of them first. Anyhow, whatever. Yeah, so that was a pretty epic night. So even though I've told that story before, some of my new viewers might not have heard it. But yeah, there you go. Another long-winded harmonica tale of the Sober Hearts glory days. here on the Dirty Pal Walsh channel on YouTube. All right, so thanks for hanging out, and I hope you all have a wonderful holiday Monday, or it's a holiday Monday here. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and be well. And I hope you like the harmonica piece I'm sticking on the end. It's I'm messing around with my big my 16-hole chrome, or whatever. It's 16-hole chromatic. What is it? 64 chromonica. Yeah, I'm messing around trying to play some blues on this big mother. So, trying to learn things. All right. Be well, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.